One of the biggest barriers to entry for you to start your own successful YouTube channel is editing. And even if you know how to edit, a lot of the time it becomes a massive time sink. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 6 YouTube channels with 0 editing, but they still absolutely blew up. Because the truth is, in many cases, editing is actually going to stop you from getting success on YouTube. And in many niches out there, I would say actually the majority of educational niches out there on YouTube, editing isn't actually necessary. You can either do no editing whatsoever, or you can do extreme minimalist editing that can actually be done with AI tools, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So I think this video is going to be super valuable for you. We're going to go over the channels, their niches, what types of videos they're making, what their channel is about in general, and we're going to talk about how much they make when it comes to money. We're going to talk about the monetization side a little bit, and I hope that this inspires you, motivates you, etc. With that being said, I always like to have a bit of a disclaimer at the beginning of every video. Just like any business out there, most people who try to start successful YouTube channels fail. And that is why I've made this channel to help you become successful. I give a lot of free value away on this channel. I also do live trainings and live workshops. For instance, I'm doing one this week called Make Money with YouTube Secrets. You can click the link in the description and the pinned comment below to check that out. And I'm going to be telling you all the things you should be doing, all the things you shouldn't be doing, which is probably even more valuable. And I'm going to be giving you a simple process for starting and growing a profitable YouTube channel. Additionally, at the end of the live training, I will be doing a Q&A where I answer any questions you have for as much as 2 hours afterwards, or until I answer every single question. So you get to ask a true YouTube expert who's grown a 1.5 million subscriber YouTube channel that has generated tens of millions of dollars in revenue. You can ask me any questions you want. So if that isn't enough value, that doesn't help you get results, I don't know what else will. And again, this is all completely free. So the YouTube channel is free, the live training, the live workshop is totally free as well. And I do that because I know that most people start YouTube, they do it in the wrong way, and that is the main reason why they don't get results. So with that being said, let's talk about people who did get results, like Emmy's Existential Zone. Now, Emmy's niche is basically existential therapy plus philosophical self-development. And Emmy herself is a philosopher and a psychologist, and she teaches practical existential living skills like building a wiser life through small daily changes, facing anxiety and life challenges with courage, and finding meaning and freedom through existential principles, plus live Q&As and readings for members. And she came onto my radar when this video right here popped up. Stop avoiding what you fear and practice existential courage.
The more you live life, the better it will get, the easier it will become, and the stronger you will feel.
Now, she did post before this on YouTube, but it was pretty sporadic and she didn't post that often. But this is the video that really blew up her channel. It got 1 million views, and according to view stats, it made about $5,000. Now, this is an educational video, and my general rule is educational videos make at least $10 per 1,000 views. View stats was created by Mr. Beast, and that's an entertainment YouTuber, so he doesn't really understand how much more educational channels make. So at the very least, she made $10 per 1,000 views. I make about $20 per 1,000 views on the Shane Hummus channel. And so she likely made at least $10,000 from this one video alone. And let me show you how dead simple this video was. 3-minute video, she just recorded it. Looks like she recorded probably on her phone, literally holding her phone. And it was probably just spur of the moment. She just thought about it off the top of her head. She probably didn't script write or anything like that. And she just said everything with 0 editing. But this video right here absolutely blew up her channel. And of course, she has been doing this for a long time. She's been a therapist since the 1970s, and she has 20+ books on the topic. And so she has very likely sent thousands or even tens of thousands of people to buy her books. And then of course, she has other stuff. She's got a website, she's got an existential academy, she's got a school, and a lot of those leads will go to those 3 things. So she is likely generating a ton of money from this channel. And this just goes to show that some of the most basic, simple content can be the content that blows up. All right, let's look at another channel, The Vision Within. So this channel's only been posting for about 3 months, and their second ever video absolutely blew up. You're always distracted because you don't understand triggers.
You don't need to delete Instagram, you don't need to get a flip phone, and you don't need to go off the grid either.
But then they had an even bigger banger video blow up that's doing even better, and that's 3 thoughts that wake wasted years of my life.
Procrastination isn't just about laziness. It's about being in the wrong thoughts for too long.
And it's saying on vidIQ that this channel is making about $500 to $2,000 a month. I know that for sure this channel is making more than that because it's in the education niche. Additionally, he's got a school group where he's charging $9 a month. He's got 148 members in that group. So that's at least $1,400 a month that he's getting from this school group. And again, that's not bad considering he just started the channel. So let's just say he's making at least $2,000 plus another $1,400. He's making pretty much a full-time income just from this channel alone that he started a few months ago. And there are 0 edits and his videos are only like 1 minute long. He's making these 1 minute videos with no edits whatsoever and they're crushing. Now, by the way, he may have some videos on his channel that have edits, but most of his videos do not have edits. And this just shows how simple your content can be and still absolutely crush it. All right, next channel is Daniel. What the heck was that? Okay, there's a fly around my nose there. Next channel is Daniel Barada. So this is a super interesting channel. I really like this one. This one has definitely been blowing up recently. He actually posted a video 3 years ago, but then he kind of didn't really follow up with that. But then he started posting a lot about 7 months ago. He started posting consistently. And that's one of the biggest lessons, by the way. You have to post consistently to have success on YouTube, right? You absolutely have to. And so 7 months ago or so, he finally started posting consistently. And he had his first video really blow up about 6 months ago. So after about 1 month of posting consistently, he had a video blow up. So big props and big congratulations to Daniel. And that initial video that blew up was called How to Achieve Anything by Lying to Yourself.
Another way you could see this is through the observer effect in quantum physics.
And this is a very simple video where it's just him reading a Google Doc that he prepared and then kind of basically talking a little bit on top of the Google Doc. That's it. It's literally that simple. And then the second video here, How to Become Unrecognizable in 180 Days, also blew up even harder, and that was about 5 months ago.
From here on out, everyone in your life has to pass one test. Do they make you better, stronger, faster?
And then he had this video, A Full Guide to Reinvent Yourself in 6 to 12 Months, 20+ hours course.
What we're going to be covering today is how to be broke, unhealthy, lonely, and dumb.
That one he did 3 months ago. That one is doing quite well too. Now, according to vidIQ, he's making about $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And of course, like I said, vidIQ underestimates how much educational channels make. But in his description, he's got a Calendly link to work with him. He's got some of these questions where you got to fill out these questions. And I would imagine almost certainly he has a high ticket offer. So right here, he's asking people how much money they have basically. And you know, one of the answers is 10K plus. I'm imagining his high ticket offer is probably 5K and then he's got another one that's 10K plus. That's the smartest way to monetize with this specific type of niche. Then he's got a community, he's got a newsletter, and he's got a bunch of other stuff. So I am almost 100% certain that if he's monetizing this channel correctly, he's making at least $100,000 a month and likely a lot more than that. So big congrats to Daniel. Probably has a 7-figure business with this channel. And all he does is just look at a Google Doc and talk with 0 edits. And his thumbnails are usually really simple too. It's kind of him just like semi-aggressively staring into the camera. Oh, and by the way, when he's reading from these Google Docs, he's usually reading them like word for word in many cases. And then he might add a little bit of commentary here and there, but he's just like reading the Google Docs word for word. And his camera's nothing special and there's no editing. I mean, it's simple content. It really is simple content to make. And then one of my favorite channels ever and one of my favorite videos that I've ever seen blow up, M&J Metal. This gentleman 4 months ago made a video called How to Make Pickle Pepsi at Home for Free.
Wow.
This video absolutely blew up, got over 8 million views. And then he made another one called Pepsi and Hot Sauce. That one blew up as well, got over 3 million views.
I got my Pepsi.
And this man is making $4,000 to $11,000 a month, according to vidIQ. And according to View Stats, he's making $4,000 to $12,000 a month. And his Pickle Pepsi video made $42,000. Now, I cannot emphasize how unbelievably simple this video is. First of all, there's 0 cuts, not even cut the beginning and the end off. There's like 0 cuts in the video. And he literally just talks about how to make Pickle Pepsi. And while he's talking about it, he's making the Pickle Pepsi, but it's not even showing on camera. So this is supposed supposed to be kind of a tutorial video on how to make pickled Pepsi, but he's just talking about what he's doing, but he's not even showing the pickled Pepsi on camera. It's under the camera. And it looks like it's recorded with a cell phone from the early 2000s, right? And the audio is not great either. So this is like some of the most simple content of all time. And it absolutely blew up. And this man is an absolute legend. And he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars from this channel already, even just in the last 4 months. And hopefully he can buy a slightly better camera with that money and keep on blessing us with his amazing videos. But this just goes to show how freaking simple this content can be. And it can still work great. Now, again, if you're curious about what matters when it comes to making a video and what doesn't matter, because there's a lot of things that people just waste massive amounts of time on. Like literally sometimes people will make just a big deal out of the littlest things, right? They'll waste literally thousands of hours learning these skills that don't even matter when it comes to YouTube. And then they're ignoring the thing that actually does matter. So if you're curious about what actually does matter on YouTube, click the link in the description in the pinned comment below and attend my free live workshop where I'm going to be telling you all the things that matter, all the things that don't matter, and exactly the steps you need to take to start a profitable YouTube channel today. Okay, so attend that live workshop. Do not miss out. It's this week, and only this week we are going to be giving away an AI tool that makes everything so much easier. The Niche Validator Pro 2.3, completely free. I have personally spent over 80 hours tweaking this AI tool in the last little bit, so do not miss out. I'm only giving away this AI tool one time this week. Now, the next channel is AJ's Life, and this guy posted an absolutely legendary video called "You'll See This When You're in Between Phases of Life, Then Never Again."
This video is for you young adults out there that are feeling kind of lost right now.
This video freaking blew up, got over 8 million views. The thumbnail is just a still shot from the video, and the video itself is him just walking around with his phone. He's even using the old iPhone earbuds that are wired, which I do like those, by the way. I kind of like those old iPhone earbuds. And he's just walking around recording with his phone with those iPhone earbuds, and he's just talking about the topic of the video for 2 minutes. And it got 8 million views, completely blew up his channel to over 70,000 subs. And that 8 million view video made a cool $40,000 for him. And he probably made a heck of a lot more than that since that video came out. I'm sure he's made at least 6 figures in the last year since that video came out. And it looks like he's not really monetizing his channel that well, but if he did, he'd make a lot more than that. And that's another thing we're gonna be talking about in the live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out in the description and pinned comment below. Oh, and also, if you missed this for whatever reason and you didn't make the live training, still click that link because it'll show whenever the next one is. All right, the next one is Zach of all trades, and this is actually my own brother. I convinced him to start a YouTube channel because he'd been in the trades for a long time and it was really wearing on his body. And literally 1 month after posting his first video, is already making $214 in a single day. And that is a $78,000 a year run rate. Now, the craziest thing is Zach has edited exactly 0 seconds in his entire life, including making these videos for his channel. He has spent 0 seconds editing. And that's another thing that I'm going to be talking about how to do. Attend the live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. But there are editing tools such as Descript, for instance, that have an AI editing feature that is pretty freaking good. And as long as you're doing minimalist editing, you're not doing some kind of fancy editing, the AI editing feature is amazing, okay? So you do not need to do fancy editing to make this work. Additionally, there's systems and processes that you can go through. There's other tools you can do. There's, people you can hire, for instance, where you just don't have to do any of the editing yourself. And you'll notice that his videos are edited, but there's just very light editing in his video. And again, that's something I can teach you how to do this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. Now I know for 99% of you, you're gonna watch my videos, enjoy my free content. You also may attend my live trainings and you're gonna get a ton of value if you do that. So definitely do that. And it's all free. Okay, I like to give at least 10 times more value than I receive. With that being said, there's gonna be 1% of you, maybe even 0.1% of you out there that do want to work directly with a team of pros. You want to get the results as quickly as possible with the least amount of time and effort and annoyance, right? Or pain. And if that is you, go ahead and book a call in the description of the pinned comment below and or in my about section if for whatever reason that link is not in the description of the pinned comment. Only book the call overall, if you're very serious about growing on YouTube, let me kind of just give you an example of a lot of our clients. We work with business owners often who want to use YouTube as a way to get more leads. We work with YouTubers who get views, but they aren't monetizing correctly. We work with YouTubers who are already crushing it, but they want to crush it even harder. And we work with people who are professionals who really want to treat YouTube like a business, who really want to treat it like a business, and they just don't want to waste a bunch of time, learning all the wrong things and trying to figure it out on their own. And we only work with people who want to start now. So if you want to start 6 months from now, do not book the call. Only if you want to start now. So if that sounds like you, book a strategy session. We'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be. We'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. Here's an example of somebody who booked that strategy session. They started working with us and they got crazy good results. You can check that out by clicking right here.